Jin clenched his fist as he drew near to the door, glaring at Namjoon, who had comfortably settled on the couch as if nothing had happened. The memories of being locked away flashing in his mind. Namjoon just knocked in his door today and without saying anything, entered in his home and settled on the couch. Jin, you have some nerve. Jin's bad. His voice lessened with anger. You kidnapped me, Namjoon. Do you even realize how insane is this? And now sitting in my damn house like nothing happened. Namjoon sighed, rubbing his temple. I know you. That's why I am here to apologize. Jean scoffed. Apologize? You expect me to just forgive you? Namjoon leaned forward, resting his elbows on his knees. I didn't do it for myself, Jin. I did it for Jungkook and for Taeyong. Jin's anger flared again. For Jungkook, you are telling me you kidnapped me to let that monster walk out without getting punishment? Namjoon, Jungkook is not a monster. I have been with him for so long. He just never got the proper treatment and the love he always craved for. But Taeyong, he gave Jungkook his love, and Jungkook was scared that Taeyong will also leave him. That's why he kidnapped Taeyong, so he can never leave after easily. But he didn't realize in all this he hurting Taeyong, but now he has realized it, and it treating Taeyong good, keeping him happy. Taeyong loves Jungkook, and whether we like it or not, Jungkook needs Taeyong. He is the only one who can keep Jungkook sane. Jin let out a bitter laugh, shaking his head. You are wrong, Namjoon. Jungkook is beyond saving. Namjoon face darkened, but he said nothing. Namjoon, but you don't understand. Namjoon continued, his voice desperate. Taeyong was the only thing keeping Jungkook from completely losing himself, and now that Jungkook has changed, he's taking proper treatment. We have high hope he will be normal soon. Jin cleared his fist. Then you better pray it doesn't end in blood. Namjoon looked up at Jin, his eyes filled with something close to fear. Because deep down he knew it was already too late. Namjoon sighed, realizing Jin wasn't going to forgive him easily. So instead of pushing further, he reached into his bag and pulled out a small neatly wrapped box. Jin narrowed his eyes. What is it? Namjoon, a gift. Namjoon said, holding it out. For you. Jin's covered, crossing his arms. You think a gift going to make it up for what you did? Namjoon shook his head. No, but I can still want you to have it. Jin hesitated before finally grabbing the box. With a deep breath, he unwrapped it, and the moment his eyes landed on what was inside, his expression softened. It was a small wooden model aeroplane, slightly worn from the inch. Jin, you keep this? Jin murmured, his fingers brushing over the familiar object. Namjoon smiled. Of course, you made it for me when we were kids. You said we were fine together one day. Jin exhaled sharply, his anger melting. He remembered that day. He had been 13, Namjoon just a year younger. Jin has spent hours crafting this little plane, imagining a future where they could escape the world together. Jin, you were annoying back then. Jin murmured, a small smile on his lips. Namjoon chuckled. And you were still bossy? Jin let out a soft laugh, shaking his head. I can't believe you still have this. They sat in the silence for a moment, the memories of their childhood washing over them. Namjoon, Jin, Namjoon said quietly, I know I messed it up, but can we start over? Jin looked at him for a long moment, then sighed. You are still an idiot, but I guess I can give you a more chance to be friends. Namjoon smiled slightly, that's all I need. And for that first time in a long time, they talked like they used to about their childhood, their dreams, and everything they had lost along the way to maturity. The evening was quiet in Jungkook mansion. Jungkook sat in his study, going through some business documents. The house, once filled with love, now carried a strange unknown feeling. Taeyong had been acting different ever since the day in the mall when they ran into Seok. His jealousy had turned it into something darker, something possessive and unpredictable. Jungkook thought he had seen every side of Taeyong, but this was new. He felt it in the way Taeyong touched him now. His grip always little too tight, his kisses a little too desperate, as if he were trying to claim him completely. Jungkook started rubbing his temple. He needed to talk to Taeyong to understand what was going in his mind. Just as he about to get up, the door cracked open. Taeyong stood there, dressed in Jungkook's oversized white shirt, his bare legs exposed, his dark eyes staring right through Jungkook's. Jungkook smiled slightly. Baby, why are you up this late? Taeyong didn't answer. Instead, he zipped inside, closing the door behind them, locking it. The click of the lock sent a strange chill down Jungkook's spine. I don't like it when you call me that, Taeyong murmured, walking toward him. Jungkook raised an eyebrow. Call you what? Taeyong tilted his head, staring at him intensely. Baby? Jungkook chuckled. Why not? You're my baby, aren't you? Taeyong's lips curled into a slow smirk as he climbed onto Jungkook's lap, startling him, his fingers tracing up Jungkook's chest, nails slightly scratching his skin through the fabric of his shirt. Taeyong, I don't want to be your baby, Taeyong whispered, leaning in close until their noses brushes. I want to be your everything. Jungkook's breath issued. There was something dangerously alluring about the way Taeyong was looking at him, like he owned him, like he would never let him go. Jungkook, you are my everything. Jungkook issued, placing a hand on Taeyong's waist. Taeyong's expression darkened. Then why do I feel like you still have space in your heart for someone else? Jungkook froze. He knew exactly what this was about. Before he could finish, Taeyong grabbed his chin roughly, forcing him to look into his wild eyes. Tell me, Taeyong demanded, his voice shaking with emotion. If I wasn't there, if Useok never left you, would you have still choose me? Jungkook's jaw clenched. Taeyong, don't do this. I know what you are trying to do. Don't do this, sweetheart. Taeyong ignored him. Answer me. Taeyong insisted, his grip tightening. Jungkook exclaimed sharply. I love you. You know that. Taeyong's eyes flickered with something unreadable. Before he suddenly laughed, a soft, scary sound. He let go of Jungkook's chin and instead cupid his face gently. Taeyong, you are lying, he whispered. But it's okay. Jungkook's stomach twisted. What are you? Down, pressing a soft kiss against his lips before whispering against them. Because now I am the only one left. Jungkook's body tensed. Something about the way Taeyong said that made his blood run cold. He suddenly remembered Useok. He hadn't heard from him all day. Jungkook gently grabbed Taeyong's wrist. What did you do to him that day? Taeyong smiled widened. I made sure no one will ever take you away from me. He did his eyes scarily. Jungkook's breath caught against his throat. This wasn't just jealousy anymore. Taeyong had truly fallen into madness. Jungkook hands instantly tightened around Taeyong's wrist as his mind processes what he had just heard. I made sure no one will ever take you away from me. His heart pounded violently in his chest. Jungkook, his voice was slow, careful, as if speaking too loudly would trigger something even worse. What did you do? I need to know, baby, so that I can keep you out of any danger. Taeyong tilted his head, looking at him with an almost innocent expression. Why does it matter? Besides, I am a police officer. I can take care of myself. Jungkook swallowed hard, his grip loosening just a little. Because it does matter. Useok, where is he? Is he okay? Taeyong pouted, as if annoyed by the question. Why do you care so much about him? Jungkook, Jungkook said firmly, his patience slipping. Tell me what you did. I need to know. I didn't ask that day because I thought you are not the same as you used to be, baby. What's wrong with you? Taeyong sighed dramatically, his fingers trailing down Jungkook's wrist. Nothing is wrong with me, Cook. And you don't have to worry about him anymore, Jungkook. He won't come between us ever again. Jungkook's breath issued. He knew Taeyong had changed. He had seen the signs, the possessiveness, the jealousy, the way he clung to him like he was his lifeline. But he had never imagined it would go this far. His beautiful and sweet Taeyong had turned it into something dangerous. Jungkook forced himself to stay calm. Panicking wouldn't help. He cupped Taeyong's face gently, his thumb stroking the cheekbone. listen to me. Taeyong leaned onto the couch, his eyes fluttering close as if he was savoring the moment. Jungkook took a deep breath. You love me, right? Taeyong's eyes snapped open, dark and intense. More than anything. Jungkook nodded. Then tell me exactly what you did. Taeyong smiled sweetly. I just thought he will listen. Jungkook's finger twisted against Taeyong's skin. Thought he will listen? How? Taeyong humid, tracing circle on Jungkook's chest. Just a little pain, a little punishment. His lips curled into a devilish smirk. Jungkook clenched his jaw. Did you kill him? Taeyong pulled it back slightly, pouting. Why do you keep asking about him? Do you miss him? His voice turned sharp, accusing. Jungkook's patience was thinning. Taeyong, I don't like when you talk about other people. Taeyong murmured, his eyes narrowing. It makes me feel angry. Jungkook knew he was walking on the ice. He needed to handle this carefully. He sighed, forcing a smile. I don't care about anyone else. You know that. Taeyong searched his face, trying to find any hint of lie. After a few seconds, he smiles. I know. Jungkook felt relief washed over him. He had calmed down now, at least for now. But in the back of his mind, he knew the truth. Taeyong wasn't just jealous anymore. He was dangerous. And Jungkook had to find out exactly what he had done before it was too late. The next morning, Jungkook sat in his study, waiting for Dr. Park to arrive. He had been having regular sessions ever since he returned, trying to heal, trying to become a normal again, for Taeyong, for Taejun, and maybe even for himself. When the doctor opened the door, Park walked inside a warm smile. You look better, Jungkook. Jungkook gave him a small chuckle. I guess that's a good sign. The session began. For an hour, they talked about everything, his emotion, his thoughts, and most importantly, his progress. Dr. Park leaned back on the chair, nodding. Your progress are improving. The obsession tendencies are slowly fading. But you must continue taking the medication on time, Jungkook. Jungkook hummed, looking at the small bottle of pills the doctor placed it on the table. I will. Dr. Park studied him for a moment before smiling. You are healing. If this continues, you will be completely normal again in no time. Jungkook exhaled deeply. A normal, a word that once felt impossible now seemed to be possible, and he will make it possible. Jungkook's gaze went toward the closet bedroom door where Taeyong was. He wasn't sure what scares him more, losing Taeyong to his madness or losing Taeyong because he was healing. Jungkook sat on the couch, staring at the floor while Dr. Park packed his things. But just the physicist was about to leave, Jungkook spoke. Doctor, there's something else. Dr. Park turned it back, sensing the hesitation in Jungkook's tone. What is it? Jungkook exhaled, turning a hand through his ear. I think my madness has possessed Taeyong. The doctor frowned. What do you mean? Jungkook leaned forward, gripping his knees tightly. His voice was almost scared. He's not the same anymore. The way he looks at me, the way he reacts when someone gets too close to me, it's exactly how I used to be. No, he shook his head. It was. The doctor sat back down, his expression serious. Tell me everything, Jungkook. Jungkook swallowed hard, his mind flashing back to all the recalled events. Taeyong's jealousy at them all. The way he looked at Hoseok like he wanted to tear him apart. The coldness in his eyes when he thought no one was watching. And then, the worst part, Jungkook. He heard his own mother. Jungkook's voice came out almost in a whisper. And Jimin. Dr. Park's face darkened. What exactly did he do? Jungkook's head turned into fist. He snapped. Taejun was crying and his mother was just trying to soothe him. But Taeyong, he lost it. He screamed at her, shoved her, and if Jimin hadn't meddled it, he would have slapped his mom. Jungkook shook his head, but even Jimin couldn't stop him. He turned it to him to slap at Jimin. I have never seen him like that before. Dr. Park exhaled sharply. Jungkook, this is serious. Taeyong is exhibit. extreme signs of psychosis, his obsession with you, his possession, it's reaching dangerous level. Jungkook let out a bitter laugh. You think I don't know about that? I know it better than anyone because I was him. I am him. Dr. Park leaned forward. Jungkook, listen to me carefully. This isn't just about you anymore. Taeyong need help. If he continued down this path, he could hurt someone or himself or your baby. Jungkook stood tightened. You think I should put him in therapy? Doctor, yes, and if necessary, medication. You need to talk to him before it's too late. Jungkook closed his eyes. The thought of forcing Taeyong into therapy or watching him struggle with the same madness Jungkook once had made his heart shake. But deep down he knew Taeyong was sleeping, and if Jungkook didn't stop him now, he might become something far worse than Jungkook ever was. Jungkook had been watching Taeyong carefully over the past few days, studying every moment, every reaction. He tried not to be obvious, but Taeyong knew. Taeyong wasn't stupid. He had overheard Jungkook's conversation with the Dr. Park. The word kept echoing in his head like a crude reminder. Taeyong is exhibiting extreme signs of psychosis. His obsession with you, his possessiveness, it's reaching dangerous level. He needs help before it's too late. His fingers dug into his arm as he sat there in their bedroom, alone, staring at his reflection in the mirror. Psychotic? He whispered, his voice trembling. I'm not psychotic. I just love Jungkook. Why can't they see that? Why can't they understand it's love only, not psychosis? They're calling my love psychosis. A tear slipped from his eyes. He knew Jungkook had changed. His madness was healing. His possessiveness has faded. His violence had disappeared. But now Taeyong was the one being watched, the one being judged, the one they wanted to fix. He clenched his jaw, his breathing heavy. His own Jungkook had betrayed him. A dark, twisted part of him wanted to lash out, destroy something, hurt someone, but he couldn't. Not Jungkook, never Jungkook. So he did the next worst thing, to hurt himself. Jungkook had been downstairs in his office when he heard a crack from the bedroom. His heart dropped. He rushed up the stair, taking two at one time. Taeyong, he opened the door of the bedroom, then froze. The mirror was shattered. Pieces of glass scattered across the floor, and in the middle of all this was Taeyong. His knees were pressed against the broken pieces, his hand clutching at his arms, crimson liquid dropping from his skin, his breath heavy, his eyes as unshed tears. Jungkook felt his stomach drop. Taeyong slowly lifted his head, a sick, empty smile curling on his lips. I can't be a psycho if I take it all out on myself, right? Jungkook's entire body tensed. What the hell are you doing? He rushed forward, grabbing Taeyong's bleeding wrist. But Taeyong only laughed. Taeyong, you think I didn't hear you? Taeyong's voice cracked in heartbreak. You told the doctor you think I'm crazy now. You're scared of me, Jungkook? Jungkook shook his head furiously, his grip tightening. That's not true. He swallowed hard, his heart pounding. I was worried. I wanted to help. Taeyong, help? Taeyong cut him off, eyes narrowing. Like how you were helping? Like how they tried to fix you? His breath issued, his fingers curling into Jungkook's shirt. I don't need fixing, Jungkook. I need you. Jungkook stared at him, speechless. The desperation in Taeyong's voice, the fear of losing him. It was too familiar, because it was exactly how Jungkook had once felt. Realization hit him like a truck. This wasn't just about madness. This was about love, twisted and tangled, turning into something dangerous. Taeyong was drowning in it. Jungkook pulled him close, ignoring the way Taeyong's blood stained his own shirt. I'm not scared of you, baby, he whispered, pressing his lips against Taeyong's forehead. I could never be scared of you. Taeyong trembled in his arms. Then, don't leave me. A lone tear slipped from his eyes. Jungkook swallowed, past the lump in his throat. Never. But deep inside, Jungkook knew. If he didn't do something soon, Taeyong would completely lose himself, and this time Jungkook might not be able to save him. Never do that, baby. Jungkook carried him in his arms. Taeyong coiled himself in Jungkook's embrace, clutching tightly. You are my everything, love. I only have you and no one else. Jungkook slowly placed Taeyong on the bed. His own shirt was soaking in blood. You think hurting yourself won't hurt me? Their faces inches apart, his thumb pressing Taeyong's face. Then listen to me. Jungkook straightened himself. It hurts your. His face hitting his own chest, telling Taeyong where it hurts. Taeyong looked away, snapping back into the reality. He hurt his Jungkook without himself knowing. He hurt his love for no reason. Gave him a hard time. He hates himself. I'm sorry, Taeyong whispered, clutching his eyes shut. Jungkook leaned closer, cupping his face with his blood-stained hand. I don't need sorry. I need my love back. Old love back. I love you the way you are. Love, no need to change. I love you so much the way you are, my sweetheart. Listen to me. Listen to your Jungkook and come back to me the way you used to be, please. Taeyong felt like a river from Taeyong's eyes, and he closed them. I'm sorry, he whispered again, pressing his lips against Jungkook's lips, kissing him. Jungkook sat in Dr. Park's office, his leg bouncing with impatience. As he rubbed his temple, his thoughts were a mess. But he knew one thing for sure, Taeyong needed help. Dr. Park adjusted his glasses, watching Jungkook carefully. You are saying Taeyong is harming himself now? Jungkook exhaled sharply. Yes, he shattered a mirror last night and kneeled on it. Broken glasses. He was bleeding. His hand shook while exhaling. But he didn't even flinch, and the way he spoke, he closed his eyes, tears slipping down. He sounded just like me before I started my treatment. Dr. Park sighed, leaning back to his chair. Jungkook, Taeyong's attachment to you has turned it into something dangerous. Jungkook wiped his tears. He is mirroring your past action because for years you were his word, your possessiveness, your obsession. It shaped him, and now that you are healing, he is losing control. Jungkook looked away. He is truly guilty. This is my fault, he muttered. Can you give me something? Some medicine? Anything? I will slip it into his food or drink. He won't even know. Dr. Park eyes narrowed. Jungkook, that's dangerous. If he finds out, he might lose trust in you. He might snap, or maybe things get worse. Jungkook, he won't find out. Jungkook insisted. Taeyong will never take medicine on his own. He doesn't think anything is wrong with him. Dr. Park hesitated before nodding. Fine, but this will only stabilize his emotion. It won't completely cure his obsession. He needs therapy. Jungkook took the bottle of pills, gripping it tightly. I will do whatever it takes. That might. Jungkook prepared Taeyong tea, his hand steady as he crushed the pill into his powder, mixing it in. When he brought the cup to their bedroom, Taeyong was already sitting on the bed, his eyes softening at the sight of Jungkook. Jungkook smiles, handing it over. Drink, baby. It will help you relax. Taeyong hummed, taking a sip. Without question, Jungkook exhaled in relief. For now, this will have to do. Taeyong sat at the dining table, absently staring at the tea, watching Jungkook from the corner of his eyes. Something wasn't right. The past few days he had felt off. His emotion, which usually surged like a storm, felt muted. His obsession about Jungkook, his possession, his anchor, everything felt distance, like a faded echo, instead of an overwhelming force. He didn't like it. His fingers tightened around the cup as he glanced at the man sitting across him. Jungkook was eating, calm and focused on the food, but Taeyong knew better. Jungkook was watching him too, observing him just like Taeyong had been doing to him before. It was unsettling. Taeyong slowly lifted his tea to his lips but didn't drink it. Instead, he inhaled, trying to catch any unusual scent. He couldn't tell if there was anything different, but the thought alone made him angry. Is he drugging me? The idea sent a sharp shiver down his spine. Shankuk had been acting too careful, too gentle lately, as if he was handling something fragile. If he wasn't challenging Thong's possessiveness anymore. Instead, he was soothing him, calming him down, and Thong hated it because he wasn't weak, he wasn't crazy, he wasn't the problem, right? Thong lowered the cup and set it aside. Jungkook pushing it just a little further away than usual. Jungkook noticed it. His eyes went to the cup for a brief second before returning to Thong's face, a small smile forming on his lips. Jungkook, you're not drinking your tea? Jungkook asked, his voice usual. Thong smiled back, but it didn't reach his eyes. Not in a mood. He lied smoothly. Jungkook leaned back in the chair, studying him. Thong held his gaze, refusing to look away. A silent battle. Thong thought, why are you up to Jungkook? And more importantly, what have you done to me? Jungkook was still smiling, but Thong could see the flicker of something behind his eyes, concern, calculation, or maybe even guilt. Thong clenched his fist under the table. He knows that. I know. He kept his expression neutral, tilted his head slightly. You seem happy today, he remarked, watching Jungkook every reaction, but then looked it down at the plate, trying to eat, but playing with the food. Jungkook clutched, restoring his chin in his hand. Why wouldn't I be? Everything is finally peaceful. Jungkook passes him a smile. Thong, peaceful? Thong suddenly lifted his gaze, confused and doubt. That's what Jungkook wanted, to calm him, to make him stop. But Thong didn't want to stop. He wasn't stupid. Over the past few days, his emotion had faded dulled, like something had placed a thick fog over his mind. He had lost his possessiveness, the morning anchor that kept him alert. Jungkook had done something to him. Thong exhaled slowly, his finger tapping against the table. He needed to confirm it. Thong, you know, I have been feeling a little different lately. Jungkook finger twitched. Different? How? Jungkook asked innocently. Thong smirked. He was good at lying, but so was Thong. I don't know. He pretended to think. I guess I just felt tired lately, like my emotions aren't strong as before. Jungkook nodded, his smile never leaving his face. Maybe you're just exhausted. You have been through a lot there. Thong smirked quiet in it. There it is. Jungkook was trying to pray with him to do not tell him. That only confirmed Thong suspicious. So he decided to test Jungkook further. Thong reached for the cup again, but instead of drinking it, placed it near Jungkook. Try it, he says sweetly. Jungkook blinked. What? Thong, drink it. Thong repeated, his voice still soft, but laced with challenge. I don't feel like drinking today. Can you have it? For the first time, Jungkook hesitated. It was quick, just a second, but Thong smiled. Jungkook then shook his head. Why would I? Take your tea. I have already mine own. Thong leaned forward, resting his chin on his hand as he stared directly into Jungkook's eyes. Because I want you to. Want you to drink from mine, Cook? He pouted. Another buzz. Jungkook's smiles never faded, but something in his eyes darkened. You are being weird today. Jungkook finally said, reaching for his own cup instead. Maybe you are sick? Thong immediately response, watching as Jungkook took a deliberate sip of his own tea, not Thong's. That was all the proof he needed. Thong's mind turned sharp. So it's true. Jungkook was drugging him, and now Thong needed to figure out what to do next. Dr. Park froze at the entrance of the home, his blood running cold at the sight of him. His wife sat bound on the chair, her eyes wide with terror, muffled whimpers escaping past the gag in her mouth, and right beside her stood him, Thong, a devilish smirk playing on his lips, as he twirled a sharp knife between his fingers. His gaze locked onto the terrified doctor. Thong, you took your time, doctor. Thong mused, tilting his head. His voice was calm, but his eyes had the storm of madness. Dr. Park swallowed hard, his hand trembling as he carefully closed the door behind him. He needed to remain calm. Panicking would only make things worse. Doctor, Thong, he started, cautionally, raising his hand in surrender. Listen, whatever you are talking, let's just talk. Thong chuckled, dragging the blade lightly across his palm as if testing its sharpness. Talk? Oh, doctor, I think we are already talking enough, don't you? He took a slow step forward. You and Shankuk thought you could fool me, drug me, control me. He smiled quiet in it. How stupid do you think I am? Dr. Park heart pounded it. He knew Theong was unstable, but this was beyond dangerous. Theong, I swear. Theong, shh. Theong pressed a finger to his lips before pointing a knife toward him. Now, doctor, you are going to tell me exactly what you have been giving me, every single detail, and if you lie, he suddenly turned it, pressing the cold blade against the side of the doctor's wife's neck. Her muffled scream filled the room as she shook with fear, fresh tears spilling from her cheek. Dr. Park breathed easier. No, please, leave her out of this. We can talk. Theong pouted mockingly. Then don't waste my time. What the hell have you been feeding me? The doctor hesitated for only a second before he blurted out, a more stabilizer. Shankuk begged me to help you. He thought it would calm you down, make you feel less obsessive. Theong let out a bitter laugh, shaking his head. Oh, Shankuk, my sweet husband, trying to fix me? His finger twisted around the knife. I don't need fixing. His voice dropped onto something more sinister. His eyes grew with something inhuman. And now, doctor, I have a gift for you. Dr. Park waited. What? Theong leaned in close, whispering against his ear. I'm going to show Shankuk exactly what happened when people betray me. And then he slashed. A scream filled the house. Dr. Park's breath was heavy as he stood frozen in place, his cheek stinging from the thin line of blood trail down his face. His voice vaporized, her eyes squeezing shut, her body trembling violently. Meanwhile, Theong stood before them, a knife in his hand, a dark smile curling his lips, his laughter echoing through the room, a haunting melody of amusement and the fear. Theong, you should have seen your face. Theong chuckled, licking his lip as he crouches in front of the doctor. So pathetic. Dr. Park swallowed hard. What do you want, Theong? He asked, voice shaky. Theong tilted his head, his smile never flickering. Oh, doctor, it's simple. You are going to change your medicines. Dr. Park blinked. What? Theong, you heard me. Theong whispered, pressing the knife against the doctor's throat, just enough to make him feel the sharp edge. Shankuk is changing, and I don't like it. He is getting too soft. Dr. Park clenched his jaw. That's because he is healing. Theong, healing? Theong let out a dark laugh. I don't want him to heal. I want my Shankuk back. The one who would kill for me, who would burn the world just to keep me by his side. This new version of him, it disgusts me. Dr. Park's hand trembled. Theong, please. Theong, do as I say. Theong is grabbing his collar. Give me his medicine that I will hand you. Let's see how long it takes for my Shankuk to come back. Dr. Park hesitated, glancing at his wife, who was teary gaze, silently begging him to agree. After a long moment, he exhaled shakily and nodded. Okay, I will do it. Theong smirked, finally leaving him. Good boy. He stood up, dusting off his clothes and twirling the knife one last time before tucking it into his pocket. Now, doctor, he smirked, leaning closer. Not a word of this to Shankuk, because if he finds out, his finger trailed up to a cut on the doctor's knee cheek, pressing against it lightly. You will be getting a much deeper one next time. Dr. Park nodded, gripping his wife's hand tightly as Theong walked into the door, and before leaving, Theong turned it back with one last scary smile. I can't wait to have my Chinkuki back.